Hello everyone and welcome back to my Warhammer 40k guides. I am Brady, and today I wanted to give you a quick summary of what's changed in the new Space Marine Codex. First off, thanks to Games Workshop for sending me out a review copy of this book so that I can make this video for you guys. Also, before we get started, I just wanted to let you all know that I will be streaming a game of Ultramarines vs Necrons over on my Twitch channel at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to watch that, then make sure to head over to twitch.tv/almostprogaming_TV or click the link in the description of the video. Well anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's just hop into a quick summary of what's different in this new Space Marine Codex. Let's go over the stuff that's changed, then we can go over the brand new stuff. Again, this is just a summary. If you want a more in-depth approach to this video, like my older Codex review videos, then let me know down in the comments and I can work on that video next. So for the changes, all Space Marine chapters except Grey Knights are now in this book. The chapter supplements are still usable with this codex, but I assume they will be remade at some point, just like this codex was. You're now only allowed one captain and 2 lieutenants per detachment. Doctrines are the same as their most recent iteration, meaning you get Devastator Doctrine turn 1, Tactical Doctrine turn 2, and possibly turn 3, and then Assault Doctrine in turns 4 and 5, or possibly 3 if you want to switch it early. Aggressors no longer have the double shoot ability. Scouts are now elite choices instead of troops. And Bolter Discipline no longer affects Centurions. A few chapter tactics have been changed. Dark Angels now get to auto-pass morale while they reroll ones to hit if they stay still. This works in shooting and in melee. Raven Guard's cover is only if the enemy unit is outside of 18 inches now, but they do get -1 to hit if the enemy is outside 12 inches, so it's back to old Raven Guard in a way. Imperial Fist trait is reworded to ignore light cover only while still getting their 6-up exploding shots. Space Wolves still get the +1 to hit, but the second part of the trait is changed to allow everything Space Wolves to be able to heroically intervene as if it were a character. Salamanders is reroll 1 wound per unit, no more rerolling hits, and they ignore -1 AP from weapons with -1 AP. As far as I can tell, every other chapter tactic is the same as before. Successor changes. Long Range Marksman is changed to only affect rapid fire and heavy weapons. Stealthy is now light cover when outside of 18 inches. Master Artisans is now only re-roll a single hit roll. So all of these are pretty much nerfed. Character upgrades from Faith and Fury are in this book, but they're a little bit different now. You no longer pay command points to upgrade your characters. You now actually pay a certain amount of extra points in your list to upgrade those characters. This includes the Chapter Master upgrade, which is now a points upgrade instead of a command point upgrade. I actually like this a lot better than the way it was previously. Master of the Forge no longer has the +1 to hit aura for vehicles. It's now +1 attack and strength for friendly dreadnoughts within 6 inches. Chief Apothecary no longer has the Feel No Pain aura, and can no longer revive models from the dead naturally. There is now a stratagem to revive models from the dead with an Apothecary, and this stratagem is free if you upgrade to a Chief Apothecary and give him a specific Warlord trait. As for stratagem changes, Honor the Chapter now only works on Assault Intercessors. This is a huge nerf for Space Marine melee in general, because this stratagem used to be incredibly good on a ton of different units. Transhuman Physiology now only works on Primaris, which again is another nerf because you can't use it on stuff like Wolfen or Sanguinary Guard or anything like that anymore. Wisdom of the Ancients is now reroll 1s to hit aura for core units or reroll 1s to wound aura for core units, so you have the option of either when you activate this stratagem. Skilled Riders is now -1 to hit for advancing a biker unit. Steady Advance is now a unit counts as stationary. So not stationary for the purposes of Bolter Discipline, but just stationary altogether. So this now works to have infantry move and shoot heavy weapons without penalty. Adaptive Strategy now allows you to pick a core unit and it counts as being in all 3 doctrines at the same time. Suppression Fire now only works on Whirlwinds. Tremor Shells now only halves the target's movement and subtracts 2 from their advances and charges. So no more double shooting Tremor Shells that completely hinder the movement of 2 different units at the same time. That is very nerfed. And the Grav strat that Devastators used to use to reroll all Grav wounds and damage, that no longer exists in the game. Litanies are pretty much the same, but only work on core units now. Most auras for characters are the same and only work on core units as well. This takes away power from certain units like Centurions. Speaking of core units, here's a list of all the units that have the core keyword. All variants of Intercessors, Tactical Squads, Infiltrators, Incursors, Scouts, Blade Guard Veterans, Company Veterans, Vanguard Veterans, Reavers, Aggressors, Terminators, every Dreadnought variant, Assault Marines, Outriders, Bikers, Scout Bikes, Attack Bikes, Suppressors, Inceptors, Hellblasters, Eliminators, Eradicators, and Devastators. So pretty much everything got core except for characters, vehicles that aren't dreadnoughts, and centurions. All regular marines are up to 2 wounds now to match their Primaris counterparts. Also, Terminators are 3 wounds now. They also cost more points as well, which kinda sucks. For example, a Tactical Marine is 18 points per model, while Intercessors are still only 20. And that's it for all the changes I noticed in the book. So let's go over some new stuff. So as for the new stuff, we have a new Primaris Predator, which is called a Gladiator. It has 3 different variants, which all seem to be pretty good. The Space Marine Go-Kart is only 80 points. I can see these things being in a lot of lists for the purpose of secondaries like Engage on All Fronts. Heavy Intercessors are troops, and they look really good, but they're very expensive. 190 points for a unit of 5. Could be worth it though, since they're toughness 5 with 3 wounds each. For new stratagems, we have Uncompromising Fire. This stratagem is 1 command point and allows a unit to do an action and still be able to shoot. This can be very strong. Hit and Run Warfare, which allows a biker unit to leave combat and shoot. This will be pretty good in White Scars and Dark Angel armies. Combat Revival, which is 1 command point and allows an apothecary to revive a dead model on top of a healing unit. We kind of talked about this previously. Commanding Oratory, I believe that's how you say that, which is 1 command point and allows you to pick a chaplain who hasn't cast their litany this turn, and they cast it successfully without needing to roll a die. And I believe that covers everything that's changed or new about the Space Marine Codex. So as you probably noticed, a ton of stuff was nerfed from the previous codex, like Honor the Chapter or double shooting Thunderfire cannons, aggressors, and much more. But the army was also buffed in certain areas too, like Tactical Marines getting 2 wounds, Terminators getting 3 wounds, and then a couple of new cool stratagems that they'll be able to use. But I feel like this book is just a consolidation of power to try to bring Space Marines back in line with the rest of the armies in the game, which I think we can all agree is a good thing. I still believe Space Marines will be strong though, but probably not overly broken strong like they were at the end of 8th edition. And that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button to let me know. Also, if you enjoy this style of quick codex review over the longer, more in-depth codex reviews, then let me know down in the comments and we can make this a permanent thing. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be notified when I make new videos like this. Also, if you enjoy what I do here on the channel, then also consider making a pledge on Patreon. Patreon is the main source of income for the channel, and it's what allows me to continue making videos for the community. I offer a ton of different rewards as well for different Patreon pledges. So come check it out and see if there's anything you'd enjoy, so that way you can help support the channel for a few bucks and get some rewards at the same time. Well anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you on my stream at 3 PM Eastern Standard Time for an epic battle between Space Marines and Necrons, or I'll see you in my next video. Happy wargaming!